working? Hello. Hello, live stream watching people that aren't watching right now. It's BZ here in the Neon Doom Room. Welcome to another episode of the Doom Vlog. Hello, I have sound. I now have sound. I forgot to click over. All right, so once again, BZ in the Neon Doom Room for another episode of the Doom Vlog, episode 13. It is very ironic that it's episode 13 because we just passed Friday the 13th. America, maybe that side of the world as well, has probably just turned or is halfway through Friday the 13th right now. So for you, if you're watching in America, happy Friday the 13th. Happy Jason Voorhees Day. Look, I'm here. I'm late. I'm very late. It's been a big day. I did some car repairing today. Well, it wasn't really car repairing. It's just fixing my wife's sun visor in her car, but that's cool. Saved a bit of a hassle for her later. And there's been a lot of fluffing around and a little bit of driving around. I did a quick, super uber quick op shop today, which we're going to show you. But aside from that, it's just been, business as usual in the BZ manner. Okay, so at the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to speed through this because I'm here late and I've got TV shows to watch later on and I don't want to be up till 5 o'clock in the morning. And you guys want to see content. You want to see content, don't you? Isn't that what you want to see? Well, I'm glad that you're here for it. Roddy's here in attendance. Roddy, hello, Roddy. Roddy's here. He's mean, he's keen, he's looking lean, and he's got me in his sights. He's always here, all-knowing, ever-present, unjudgmental. A camera that you need by your side. Yes, Roddy, I am talking about you. You need a camera like Roddy by your side. He's been with me from the beginning of the live stream. And look, you could get a better camera, but you couldn't get a camera with such character. He's got character. Yes, Roddy, I am talking to you. That's right. I am talking to you. Yes, I am. Okay, so let's move on with the Doom Vlog. How are you all? I hope you're all good. I hope you're well. We've had some good chats lately in the chat. Live in the chat. No one's watching, just to let you know that, but that's okay. Oh, no, sorry. There is one live viewer. There is one live viewer who's sprung into action right now. Thank you and welcome. Welcome to ye. I hope it's someone I know. Maybe it's Monkey Mark. No, I shouldn't call you Monkey Mark, should I? Monkey Mark. I mean Mark. My friend Mark McBride. He's usually here. Kind of late usually for the most part, sometimes early, but mostly late. Always asking me about monkey news. That's why I said Monkey Mark. And there are a few other people that do drop in. You Want Balloons? I don't know if You Want Balloons is watching, or maybe it's someone else. He's usually asleep by now. Sometimes he's brave. Sometimes he's brave and stays up. But if you are here, either of you, welcome. And if it's not Mark or You Want Balloons, welcome. Okay, either way, I'm happy to have you. Drop a little hello in the chat. I'll drop a hello in the chat. Hello. Well, very lucky that I hit the unmute button on my microphone because I started talking and I realized I realized that it was muted, so I caught myself out, which is really good. We currently got Star Wars playing on the TV, Clone Wars, but you know, we're not focusing on Star Wars. It's just there for some splashy color in the background. I just put up a new, or not new, but I bought a Mad Max 2 poster thing from Country Town, God, a few months back, and it's been in the bag waiting to go on the wall, and I put it up today, so it looks nice underneath my Stranger Things season 3. So here we are in the Neon Doom room. It is suitably dark and gloomy in here. I've got a crackling fire going in the CRT TV over there. It's not a real fire and I'm not burning my TV. I'm not crazy, so please don't think that. What I actually have is a DVD called Fireplace. It's pretty crappy and there's only one fireplace on it, and it's perfectly made for a CRT TV. And I've turned up the volume so it's crackling away, and I've got the heater going in here. So it's nice and warm and I feel good. I feel good about it. So let's just show you the fire. Do I even have the fireplace here? Let's show you the fireplace. I thought I just downloaded it. It's probably way down. Oh, maybe it's the beginning. I swear to God. Oh, there it is. Let's have a look at the fire. It's an older video, but let's have a look. Obviously, you can see Clone Wars going in the background, but look at that CRT TV. I've owned that thing forever, bought it brand new, and I've looked after it. And in it is a nice crackling fire. When you've got a nice warm room going with a heater, I've got a little oil heater in here that I share with my wife and the kids when they need it. And once I get that thing going in this little room, this 3x3 room, it warms this place up so beautifully. And with a fireplace going in the CRT TV, I should say, it really just makes it feel like it's the fireplace on the TV that is warming up my room. So welcome to my warm fireplacey room. And let's move on to the very first thing of the Doom vlog. The very first thing of the Doom vlog is always going to be beer. Now, I was sick, not last week, the week before. I was quite sick, and actually was still quite sick last weekend passing, and Monday and Tuesday. I only say that not for any kind of sympathy, is that I missed the beer last weekend. I was sick. I was drinking, I think, Jarritos lemonade. So this week I was not too sure if I want to have a beer or not, but I think I might. I think I will. I'm not going to tip myself over the edge. I'm going to go for a type of beer that should be okay. But let's do beer, shall we? Let's just get on with the beer. I'll find my beer thing and we'll do beer. Let's have a beer. It's beer time. All right, let's have a look at the beer we've got before we decide if we're going to actually look on Beer Advocate for it. Maybe I should get Beer Advocate ready. Should I get Beer Advocate ready? That's probably a good idea because I usually do a quick word. Oh, 2 live viewers. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Up late with the crazy BZ in the room here. Oh, I hope I'm on a big TV in a lounge room. I really do, because that's the thing that would make me the most uncomfortable. People looking at my face on a huge screen and seeing all my pockmarks. All right, let's find Beer Advocate before I show you the beer. I know it's very bright in my face. I do apologize. I changed a few cameras around as well today. So when I go to screen view, you'll see my camera is actually my good camera now. Roddy will be my sidekick there instead of being my laptop camera, which is very bad. Beer Advocates. There it is. It knows I want to go there. We've been here so many times. Let's just go get this brightness away. So bright. We're going to find the beer first. And try to keep this ready to... Oh, is it even there? It doesn't have an image of it. That makes things a bit more difficult, but I think it's that one. Has to be. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I think that's the one. Cool. All right, so the beer we're going to be drinking tonight in our This Is the Way schooner, again, is a Pirate Life one. I'm a bit hit and miss. with Pirate Life Stout. Oh, Alison Troy. Retro Toy Princess, greetings, setting up the art table to film, but listening while I do so. Do you know what, Alison? I appreciate you being here. And my favorite kind of thing to hear from people is that they put it on play. They don't necessarily watch it, but they do listen to it. So thank you very much, Alison. I've been watching a few of your videos lately, and well done. Really loving the colouring in you've been doing, especially the Star Wars colouring in. Really cool, man. Love your style. Love your blending of your colours. So cool. And you just got a lot of style. So thank you for that. And anyone that doesn't know Alison Troy, she is Retro Toy Princess on YouTube and Instagram. And she does do a live stream with a few different people here and there. I have watched one or two of them, and they're pretty fun. So go ahead and follow her or subscribe to her. All right, so back to Pirate Life. Pirate Life are a bit hit and miss with me. Pirate Life Brewing. It feels like they try really hard, but they try a bit too hard. They tried a bit too hard, trying to be something they're not. Their sours, when they make sours, they're okay, but they're not the kind of sour I would actually expect to have in my mouth, in my stomach. They're just not, they're not as tasty as I want them to be. But I've got a stout here, and you know I like a dark beer, a black beer, a blacksmith beer. You know I like that. I love Guinness. If you watch me, you know I love Guinness. And so I thought I would pick up this Pirate Life Stout that's been sitting in my fridge for a little bit now. It is 5.6% alcohol volume, ABV, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. I really don't. Look how tiny this little can is. It's barely worthy. But let's, oh, sorry, hit the mic as usual. Let's crack it. Oh, please don't spill like you did last time. That was, I don't know, Alison, if you saw that last time in one of my videos, I opened a can, it went all over the floor. Okay, we're safe. I think because it's a stout, it should be all right. Let's pour it into, oh, I'm just getting lazy lately. I'm just going straight back into my This Is The Way glass that is slowly getting scratched, poor thing. All right, can Roddy see, we're going to try not to get too much head on this thing. It's not bad for a little can. There we go. Reasonable head on this stout. I guess a stout would have a bit more head than some beer. We'll put that in the bin. So the Dooom room can smell like old beer. There we go. Stouts. I haven't got the shakes anymore because I'm not sick like I was the other day. And stout's good for you. That's what I've heard. I've heard stout's good for you. In Ireland, isn't Guinness like a medicine? I don't know if Mark's here or not, but if he might be able to tell me. Just have a Guinness, you'll feel better. All right, we're going to give it a go. Spell. Very nice, actually. It's losing its head. Okay, so it wants to be Guinness, or it wants to be like Guinness, and it's got some similarities, but it's nothing like Guinness. It's actually okay though. It's a bit too carbonated for my liking. Sorry, I should say, I don't think they want to be Guinness. That's probably me just being an idiot, but it's nice. It's nice. I think just adapting to it's kind of like, you know, when you have food, or I don't know, if you have a food that kind of tastes like another food, but it's nothing like another food. Like Aldi has these like M&M, peanut M&M type things that look almost like M&Ms, but they've got a weird taste to them. And I don't mind the weird taste. It's just that if you're not familiar with it, if you think you have an M&M, and you kind of are, but you kind of not. That's what this beer is like. It's like, oh, it's like Guinness. It tastes a bit like Guinness, but it's not Guinness. And there's too much carbonation, and it feels like the flavour is a little bit too strong, where Guinness is just right. Anyway. Bottoms up. All right, we're going to put that to the side. It's actually not too bad. I think I can get used to it. Let's look at Beer Advocate. We'll be quick with it. The score of this stout is an 81 with good. We always seem to be around the 80, 75, 80, 85. What? It says, I think we might have the wrong stout here. I don't know. Because it's saying ABV is 7.2, but that can't be right. It's just calling this Pirate Life Brewing Stout. So it's got to be the same beer, because they don't make any other stout. They make this one. But it's not. It's 5.6. All right. The first review was 3.57. I almost feel embarrassed submitting this review, having read Dr. Hop's review below. Oh, it doesn't matter. Purchased from Liquorland. It is bitter, yep. Opaque, as black as an ace of spades, with thin tan-coloured head, some lacing on the glass. There is a little bit of lacing on the glass. Why do people get so... I mean, does any of this matter, this language that they're using? Like, I mean, I guess it does. I mean, everyone's got their language, but wow, beer aficionados are really deep with... Like, oh no, it's sticking to the glass on the sides. Yes, we've got to talk about that. Bitter dark chocolate, raspberry and cola. I get that cola and raspberry note with all my stouts, and I never hear of anyone else picking up on the same notes or reflection. I think it's my interpretation of rich caramel. Yeah, I don't get raspberry cola, though. I mean, like, if you think about it too hard, you probably might. It's got a kind of cola-y, I guess it would be cola-y, but more like a coffee cola. Dark chocolate I might get. Bitter, yes. Raspberry, no. Taste largely follows the nose. There's a bit of chocolate thing going on in the raspberry cola note that I seem to get. There's no roast note that I can pick up. As the beer warms, I've noticed an increasing thinness and sweetness to the beer. Not sure I'm happy with the direction it's taking. It's all a bit of a letdown. Okay, so he's not totally happy with it. Mouthfeel is soft but almost flat. No carbonic prickle. I disagree. There is a lot of carbonic prickle. And no bite as the beer goes down my pie chute. Wow, that is a... He just, okay, yep, that's the way to say throat. It's as long as I'm drinking alcoholic water. Okay, that's, okay, he's saying it's a letdown. Rather than building to a crescendo, as the appearance, smell, taste, and mouthfeel combined into a seamless package, I seem to go more let down the deeper I probe this beer. Oh, well, it didn't quite ruin Christmas. Wow, he's really upset by it. Next one, 3.38. Everyone must be aware I love Pirate Life, the brewer. I'm not keen on piracy itself, whatever. But so the brewer, okay, he's talking a lot. Finally, I turn the head of brewing a stout. There is still a huge difference between the art of brewing a pale ale versus a stout. Okay, he's talking a lot. Obsidian, see, there you go. Another person using a completely different set of words, and no doubt opaque, black body with a massive 1.5-inch mocha-coloured head. Though no fault of my own, it was, okay, he talks a lot. Roasty, earthy, and coffee characters, I get that. Aroma isn't very bold given, saying 7.2 ABV. There must be a different one with 7.2 ABV, because this is 5.6. Chickly, easy drinking, oatmeal stout, flavours noted above, roasty, earthy coffee. Mid to heavy body, reasonably creamy mouthfeel, pretty decent but could be thicker. Slightly better than the mismatch, yet still disappointing for Pirate Life. Was expecting something fucking wow, but ended up with, huh? Okay, yeah. I get that a lot with Pirate Life. It's kind of like, oh, and no, you didn't quite meet it. However, they need to look to fellow Adelaideans Prancing Pony and their Magic Carpet Midnight Ride if they want an example of a sort of stout I would expect from a brewer of this caliber. By caliber, of course, I refer to both the size of their gun barrels and the high quality of their characters. Two meaning caliber. It's a homonym. Forget it. Okay, well, I did forget it because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So there's only two reviews. And that's okay. I get the general feeling, and I feel the same, is that they were really shooting for the stars and they kind of just plummeted back down to Earth. Or maybe they hit the moon. Maybe they made a house there, settled down by a crater and lived out the rest of their lives there. But this stout, it could have been better, but it's not terrible. I think it's okay. It's palatable. To be honest, it is a bit bitter, but to be honest, I'd probably pick a dark beer over a lighter beer pretty much any day of the week. And I've had a few now, and I kind of still feel like Guinness is top of the pack. Maybe Kilkenny as Mark pointed out. But yeah, I'd say Guinness is still my top, and there's still some Guinnesses in there. So I didn't want to cheap out tonight and just have another Guinness. Plus, it's a bigger beer, and I didn't really want to sort of sit on a beer. But hey, it's not too bad. And you know what? Din Djarin, he says, this is the way. This is the way. Okay, so in the meantime, let's move on to something else. Let's get off of Beer Advocate. Oh, too many bright lights. Let's get off Beer Advocate. Let's do a quick channel hygiene check. Oh, hello, 3 views and 4 live viewers. Welcome, guys. Welcome to ye all. No comments, but that's okay. There is a live chat there. Alison's dropped into it. If anyone wants to say hi, you can say hi or hi or hi. Just don't be too creepy, all right? I mean, like, being a bit creepy doesn't bother me personally, but just don't be too creepy. All right, so I'm going to write hi here because no one else is writing except for Alison. Thank you, Alison, who is busy listening. I love the listeners. It doesn't matter if you don't have to watch it. You can just listen. Listening's good. Use both your ears. Use all of your ears. I don't know how many ears you've got, but use them all. All right, so let's move on to something else. Now, I forgot to say that please be aware that even though most people do sign in as adults, maybe somebody has already signed in and the kids are about. So I forgot to put at the front of the video, but parental advisory is advised. The parental advisory is advised. I'm advising you that the parental advisory has been advised that there will be explicit lyrics. I may not sing them. There may be the word shit. There may be the word fuck. There may be a few other words that I can't do in close association with one another because YouTube does actually ting you for that. Ting you and ding you. So I'm just letting you know, just be aware. There will be moments where there are swear words. And if you have kids and you let your kids watch whatever you watch, just be aware of that. All right. Now that it's over and done with, let me remind you that if you do like what I do, you might want to consider subscribing. It is a very small step for you and a very large reaction for me. A subscription, a comment, a like, a share, even a dislike will actually be very, very good for my channel. I have lost my camera. Hello, Roddy. There you are. It just doesn't take much. If you don't like my content, that's completely fine. You can subscribe and always have the power, and more power to you, to unsubscribe later. You can always unsubscribe. I unsubscribe to some people. I watch them, and it's not for me, and I unsubscribe. But I always try to give people a chance. Subscriptions and comments, chats, you know, even a thumbs down. You can thumbs down me because you know what? YouTube just goes, hey, someone watched it and someone had an opinion, and they will then push it out to other people who may have an opinion as well. So thank you to those that have subscribed. And those of my subscribers that are very active in my Instagram, are very active on my YouTube, I want to say thank you to you. And share it around. Share the love. Share the love around, as we do with Alison, and making sure that people go and visit her channel, because she's very talented and she's a content creator that puts time into her programs. So go ahead and like find your friends, find your niche, find your peeps, and I'm here to help people out with that. If you saw one of my previous episodes, I did a couple of videos on, I think it was Black Series Cantina. It was very quick, but just to show some video, and also Has No Talent. If you haven't followed Has No Talent on Instagram, please, dear God, please follow Has No Talent. The guy says he has no talent. The guy is immensely talented. He makes his own toys out of Star Wars toys. He makes his own variants out of Star Wars toys and other things as well. The guy is immensely talented sculptor and molder. I don't mean like Mulder and Scully molder. He molds and he creates his own toys. So go ahead and follow him as well. Now, moving on. Let's move on. And I'm glad that you can hear me.
Can you all
hear me? You can. I know you can.
Can you all?
Yes, you can. You can hear me. And I'm not mentioning it, but I did lose my mic for about 10 seconds, I think, at the beginning. Luckily, I caught myself. Luckily. Luckily, I caught myself. All right, so let us move on to... I'm just going to go to the news. Do you know why I'm going to go to the news? Because I heard some news recently, and I've heard quite a lot of different news, and I don't want to focus too heavily on too many things. So I heard some news that people of Mel Brooks might love this news, if you haven't heard it. I saw something and was like, excuse me? So let's just talk news, and let's talk about the actual thing that is making me say, excuse me? Let's go to the... Where are you? Seriously? Let's go to the news. It is news time, and as per my excuse me, when I saw it on Instagram, what I saw on Instagram was this. Not just that Rick Moranis is set to return for Spaceballs 2, for the first time in 30 years, he hasn't been acting in 30 years, is the fact that they're making a Spaceballs 2. Now, Alison, I don't know if you're a fan of Spaceballs, but, and to my other viewers, of course, as well, but, I mean, did anyone expect Spaceballs 2 to come out? I mean, I thought, like, it's a pipe dream. We all want it, but... And how good could it be as long as you have Mel Brooks? I mean, he's not exactly young. But yes, it's coming. Yes, it is coming. Hold back your excitement. No, actually, don't hold back your excitement. Get very, very excited. When it's going to be, who knows? It could be the next 3-5 years. But yes, Rick Moranis is coming back. He's coming back. Okay, and that is a very, very exciting thing to celebrate. So let's celebrate that he's going to come back in that role. And let's move over to my desktop screen where I'm going to have a look at the actual... Well, there's many news articles, but the news article I decided to look at to see whether or not this is all for real. So let's go to Spaceballs 2. We've just changed to Roddy as our camera. There we... no, we're still on the same screen. Where's my... There we go. There I am. Hello. Hello. I changed my my little camera screen to Roddy because Roddy's much more trustworthy than my laptop screen. My laptop screen is like doing it at 4p. Not 420p, just 4p. And I couldn't stand it anymore, so I got on OBS and I made some changes. So now Roddy is now my camera. I look a lot clearer. Thankfully, thank the maker that I have Roddy there. Look, Spaceball 2 confirmation, cast and everything we know. Now, this is from Screen Rant. I tried to pick I've tried to pick an organization, a media organization I could trust a little bit more. There are a couple there I wanted to use, but I wanted to go with Screen Rant because Screen Rant's been around for a while. Spaceballs 2 confirmation, cast and everything we know. Mel Brooks is returning to make Spaceballs 2, and there are already a ton of exciting updates about the long-awaited sequel to Spaceballs. The original Spaceballs is writer-director Mel Brooks' parody of Star Wars. And I'll just cut myself off there to say that he asked the permission of George Lucas at the time of Star Wars. I think it was the middle of either Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. I can't really recall. I think it was Empire Strikes Back. Somebody might be able to fact-check me on that. That he asked permission to do a spoof of it. And George said that was fine. Go ahead, go for it. I think there was a caveat to that. I'd have to find the information, read a bunch of stuff, but I think he gave him a caveat that he couldn't do certain things, but then he pretty much just said, well, as long as you don't do these things, you can do whatever you like. And hence Spaceballs was born. The original Spaceballs is, yeah, we just read that, is writer-director Mel Brooks' parody of Star Wars. Spaceballs characters include Bill Pullman, great actor, as the Han Solo-esque Lone Star. John Candy as his sidekick Barf. R.I.P. John Candy. What a legend. The man is a legend. Honestly, John Candy, top 20, in my top 20. I don't like doing top anythings, really. It's not my thing. My kids are always asking me, what's your 5 favorite of these? I don't really like doing that. But yeah, he would be my top 20, if not my top 10. I'm going to say top 20. John Candy as his psychic Barf. And Rick Moranis as a villainous Dark Helmet. Who wants to see Dark Helmet again? Your Schwartz is as big as mine. Come on. So good. I'm surrounded by assholes. All right. While the film was only a moderate success upon release, it soon became a cult hit on home video thanks to its pitch-perfect send-up of the original Star Wars trilogy, picking apart its commercialism and silly sci-fi tropes. I almost recently, in my giant buy of JB Hi-Fi movies on Blu-ray, almost bought Spaceballs on Blu-ray, and now I'm kicking myself. I wish I did. But that's okay. I'll get it another time. I don't think it's that expensive. Spaceballs even teased a sequel during the film, dubbed Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. However, little news ever materialized about a viable follow-up. Had to be a yawn at some point in time. On the heels of Mel Brooks returning for the TV series History of the World Part 2, Spaceballs 2 has been formally confirmed for a 2027 release. That's pretty optimistic. It's 2025 now, and we're past mid-year. We're in June. So we're in 15th of June. We're past mid-year. And yeah, 2027 is only 2 years past, 2.5 bit years. With the Star Wars franchise continuing to balloon and prove Brooks' sharp barbs prescient. Stop making me yawn, buddy. It's exciting to see the sci-fi parody return for a new chapter. Spaceballs 2 latest news. Spaceballs 2 has been confirmed for a 2027 release with some of the original stars returning for the new film. One of the chief creatives on the film is Josh Gad, who is co-writing Spaceballs 2. In an interview with Kelly Ripa on her podcast Let's Talk Off Camera, Gad revealed just how involved Mel Brooks. Thank you, Pirate Life Stout, for making me slip up my words. Gad revealed just how involved Mel Brooks is in the development of the sequel story, and that it will spoof more recent Star Wars lore. Yes. Please spoof the sequels. No offense to people. If you love the sequels, more power to you. I'm not gonna actually attack you. I think anyone should love what they love, but I cannot stand past 2/3 of the way through The Force Awakens. Love that movie at the beginning. I am not going to take the piss out of people. Where I'm going to take the piss out of is the sequels. Because past 2/3 of movie 1 of the sequels, I could not stand the rest of them. I'm sorry. If you love them, more power to you. But me, nah. Nope. Kill off all my favorite characters. Get out of here. Also a bit more recent Star Wars lore. During the conversation, Gad slyly revealed that it will likely poke fun at the Disney era of the science fiction franchise. Please, oh my god, please. Please do that. Please just tear them into pieces. Here's a quote. Mel is incredibly involved. I'll share a funny story that I haven't yet shared. When we were pitching him the original conceit for what we wanted to do with the film, at the beginning he goes, I'm just telling you now. I want you to really go into detail because I don't know a lot about the Star Wars films. And I said, okay. It's literally like I am a combat vet just going to war in front of one person. I'm sweating. I'm getting into every line and every beat and every comedic set piece, every reveal. I'm painting all of it. And I'm speaking how... this speaks to a certain Star Wars moment. This is all like kind of like news story after news story. Spaceballs 2 is confirmed. So this must be in order up to the most recent. Spaceballs 2 is confirmed. Amazon MGM announced in June 2024 that they had greenlit the development of Spaceballs 2 with a newly released teaser confirming the release window. Although Mel Brooks won't be directing the long-awaited sci-fi parody sequel, he won't be directing. That's a shame. The comedy icon has been brought on as a producer, thank you. Instead, the directing duties have gone to Josh Greenbaum, who helmed 2023's raunchy comedy Strays. Okay, straight from Strays to Spaceballs 2. Interesting. Mel Brooks features prominently in the official announcement video, confirming his involvement in the project. Can we watch the Spaceballs announcement? Should we watch the Spaceballs announcement? I don't think I have sound availability. I wonder if I could fix that. I think you need to have sound availability. Let's just look at the video. It's just a long crawl, I think, from memory. Let's have a look. I wonder if I can make that have sound. Let's make that have sound. Display capture. Let's add sound. Display capture. I don't know if you're getting any of this sound. The Schwartz awakens. The Schwartz awakens. Oh my God, it's so funny. The Schwartz awakens. I love that so much. I don't know why. Even though The Force Awakens was kind of my favorite of the sequels, the Schwartz awakens just makes me laugh, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm so pleased. Who knows? Let's go back to desktop screen. Yeah, so that was the video. Let's reduce that down. Okay, maybe reduce that down. Okay, that's what I want to do. All right, so that was the video. I don't know if you got sound. I don't know if Allison can tell me whether we got sound with that. I tried to make sound happen. It probably didn't happen because I did it last minute. It's important to note that Brooks isn't writing the movie. The screenplay is instead being penned by Benji Samit, Dan Hernandez, and Josh Gad. Samit is noted for his family-friendly comedy scripts, which is interesting because the other person that was involved was like writing some raunchy show. And he famously wrote Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Oh, it's a good movie. The Addams Family 2. It's okay. And 2023's... No, actually, Addams Family 2 is good. And 2023 smash hit Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which I love. Little is known about the movie in terms of plot, and the role that Gad will be playing hasn't been revealed yet. Gad revealed in November 2024 that the script was completed. The cast of Spaceballs 2. Almost nothing is known about the story of Spaceballs 2, but the cast is quickly coming together. Josh Gad and Mel Brooks were already set for the project, while Bill Pullman, Daphne Zuniga, oh, cool, she's still around, and Rick Moranis have been formally confirmed. Yes, formally confirmed. Bill Pullman, Daphne Zuniga, and Rick Moranis have been formally confirmed to be returning as well. I wonder if it means it will be like the sequels. They'll be, obviously they're older, they're not young anymore, and it'll be like the sequels. It'll be like the sequels where they're older, and maybe they'll just kill them off one at a time. Who knows? Hopefully they do something like that. That would be funny. Keke Palmer is also confirmed to be in the film, while Lewis Pullman is in talks to join the cast. It's unclear if any of the movie's other stars will return, although there are some, like John Candy and Joan Rivers, who have passed away since the first movie debuted. Mel Brooks' involvement means he's likely to be reprising his two roles from the original film, the merchandise Obsessed Yoda parody Yogurt, which has been confirmed, and the villainous Spaceballs leader President Scroob, with Star Wars becoming even more commercialized since the first Spaceballs movie. Yogurt has to return to skewer the franchise once again. There is also plenty of new Star Wars material to poke fun at, which could set the stage for all sorts of cameo appearances by former Star Wars cast members. I'm surrounded by assholes. Amazon MGM hasn't released any story details about their upcoming sequel to Spaceballs. However, it isn't hard to imagine where the sci-fi parody could go, given the tone and focus of the original film. Since the original debuted in 1987, wow, it's some time ago, there have been a slew of Star Wars movies, some of which were far from perfect. Yes, thank you, we know that. Many of the aspects of the later franchise entries have been criticized by fans and critics alike, which could easily become joke fodder for the Spaceballs sequel. Please do it. I want it. I'll eat it up. Put it on a plate. Serve it to me. Don't even care if it's warm. I will eat it up. Spaceballs 2 will almost certainly make fun of Disney's acquisition of Star Wars. Yes, please. Characters like Yogurt will likely have a lot more to do, especially with characters like Baby Yoda playing into the... Baby Yogurt. Oh my God, I'm losing it. I did not even consider that. I did not even consider... did not even consider that. Oh my God, that is so funny. Oh my God. All right, I gotta calm down. Baby Yogurt. Baby Yogurt. Oh, please, please, please make a short version of him with just his face on it. That would be so fun. Oh my God, I'll laugh so hard. I don't even care if you take the piss out of Mando. I really don't. Just make sure there's a Baby Yogurt. Oh, I need to have a drink after that. Baby yogurt. All right, okay, I'm gonna calm down. All right, where was I? Baby Yoda playing into the original film's commentary about merchandising. Confirmed casting also suggests the sequel will revisit Lone Star, likely in a similar role to Han Solo in The Force Awakens. Fans should keep an eye out for more news about Spaceballs 2, especially as we approach the current unknown release date of 2027. This is just a made-up poster, I think. Oh no, that's the original Spaceballs poster. Sorry, what am I saying? Baby yogurt. That's just got me rolling in the aisles. Ah, sweet Lord. Okay, I don't know. I need to not think about that because it's going to make me laugh again. I'm pretty excited, and I'm really, really, really chuffed about it, to be honest. Like, there's not many movies that you would say come along that I guess you're not, like, apprehensive about. Because a lot of movies come up, you're like, yeah, it could be good, could be bad, you don't know. But Spaceballs 2, as long as Mel Brooks is involved, and as long as he's a producer and he gets final say on things, man, this is going to be a whole lot of fun. Honestly, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I can't see this being a bad thing. Let's put it that way. I'm awfully sorry for laughing right into the microphone right then, but that was just too much for me. Baby yogurt just tipped me over the edge. Merchandising. Oh boy, oh boy. What about you guys? You found anything? We ain't found shit. Great movie. Such a great movie. Merchandising. Spaceballs, the toilet paper. Spaceballs, the movie poster. Spaceballs, the t-shirt. So good. All right, let's move on from that. But I'm just really excited about it. I'm really excited about it, and I haven't been excited about something for a long time. And yeah, I want to share it with you guys. We're at 2:55, which is kind of late, but that's okay. We're going to move on. I know that was a long article. My apologies. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, we're going to move on to the next thing. I just wanted to be able to have a chat about that because that was something that kind of was bigger than what I was expecting it to be in terms of talking about it, especially baby yogurt. Which okay, stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh all of tomorrow about that. That's going to be on my mind all tomorrow. All right, so what I think we should do, I need to finish this because I don't want to really linger on this beer, and I've sort of got a bit slurry. So it has got the 5.6% alcohol in it. Let's move off this screen as well. Let's go back to Roddy. Sorry, Roddy. I mean, you're already watching me, Roddy. You're just watching me really small. Let's go to real Roddy. There we go. Back to Roddy. Let's not talk about baby yogurt anymore, or I'm going to laugh and laugh and laugh again. You got the bleeps, you got the bloops, and you got the swoops. All right, we're back off that screen. Let's get rid of Spaceballs 2 off the article, and that is way too bright. Let's reassess our screen here. We had 5 viewers, down to 4, but we've had 4 views and 4 live viewers. So I don't know how that works because apparently we had 5 live and 4 live views. So you tell me how that works. How does 5 people watch a show? How does 5 people watch a live stream? But only 4 views. Unless you dropped in twice, that's possible, I guess. Anywho, we're going to move on to something else. Let's move on to something else. I'm going to tell you just really briefly because, no, actually, you know what? I'll save it for the music. Got a big stack of things here to talk about. Let's just move on. I'm not going to confuse you. I am not going to confuse you. All right. Now, is anybody else that of the 4 viewers that are live currently, and thank you for that. Thank you for being live. Besides Allison, because Allison's already dropped in. She's very busy. She's setting up the table to film. Let me just say that sentence again. She is setting up her art table. Well, she probably set up already and already shooting. She set up her art table to film because she does a lot of filming of colouring in. I'm assuming that's what she's doing tonight or today for her. So she is excused from commenting, but anybody else of the 4 viewers, the other 3, do you want to say hello in the chat? Look, I'll even say hello in the chat. Hello, live viewers. My microphone was made to stop this kind of like background noise, but it defaulted again. So you're going to hear all my keyboard clicks. I do apologize for that. Sorry, not sorry. I was told to not say sorry anymore. But I just apologize for having to tell you that I had to not say sorry about being sorry. Yeah, so say hello. Hello in the chat. All right, let's move on to another segment. We've already figured out that you can hear me.
Can you all hear me? Can you all?
Yes, we know. We can hear. But we didn't, you know, if you want to say something in the chat, what you can do is you can say...
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
That's a lot of words. Maybe don't say that. All right, we're already on Spaceballs. Let's get physical media. Let's get physical. Let's get physical media. That was always going to be my song for this. It's going to be Let's Get Physical Media, like Olivia Newton-John. But I made it like this.
Let's get physical media. I wanna get physical media. Let me hear your movies talk.
Let me hear your movies talk. Yeah, so let's do some Let's Get Physical media. All right, so I've been quite busy lately. I'm not going to go on about it. My wife said, you tell people your troubles too much. I don't think I do, but I'm going to pull back on why. I've been very busy lately, and I haven't been going op shopping for at least a few weeks. And today... I went op shopping. I had to go and do something, and on the way I was like, well, they're about to close. I'm going right now. Otherwise, I'm not going to go op shopping at all for another week. So I went to the local Vinnies. It was up the road, not the big Vinnies, but the other Vinnies up the road, because I've been noticing they have three full shelves. We're talking floor to ceiling, not floor to ceiling, but close enough. Ground up, 3 shelves full, plus a DVD rack. Sorry, plus a CD rack and a VHS rack separately. And I went through all of them. And I did it quick, because I was like, we're closing in 20 minutes. Oh, now we're closing in 15 minutes. Now we're closing in 5 minutes. So I had to rush through. And let's get the bag. It's right here. See that? That's my Coles bag. I don't know if people have Coles in their country, but it's our food. It's our, not our grocery store, but our like shopping centre mall, like Aldi. It's like Aldi, except it's been around longer. Coles. You probably have a Coles. It's basically where you get everything, you know, food and cat food and human food and other food, vegetables, cleaning supplies, dishwashing liquid, milk. I don't know if you want me to give you a list. I can give you the list I did shopping with yesterday. But no, it's basically a big, I don't know, a big shopping place. I don't know what to call them. Coles, you have not Big W. Big W is like Kmart. Coles, Woolies, Woolworths, Aldi, you know, those kinds of things. Yeah, so it's a Coles bag, big deal. Let's move on. All right, so inside this Coles bag is not a huge stack, granted, not a huge stack of things, but I can't pick everything anymore. I just can't. I've got some friends, some people I know on Instagram as well, that just, whenever they don't own something, they buy it. And I can't do that. I just can't. I don't know if you can see this room in the background, but I'm at capacity. I was at capacity a year ago. I'm now like moving things around. I'm like taking VHS tapes, I'm boxing them up and putting them away because I've got to focus on mostly DVD and Blu-ray. That was all VHS. That whole shelf, four tiers was full of VHS, all packed up. Can't do it. I just can't. I'm not getting rid of them. I'm not selling them. I'm not throwing them away. I just can't do. I can't do everything. So I'm focusing on DVD and Blu-ray currently, but I still collect VHS. So yeah, I went today. I'm like, I'm gonna pick only what I actually want because I can't do everything. I just can't. I've come to the realization, and so yes, I have a stack here, but it's not huge. Okay, and we still haven't gone through what's on that shelf. Haven't gone through that shelf, and haven't gone through that shelf. I've gone through most of that in discussions at the top there, but you can't see it's all blurry. Good, because Roddy's focusing on me. But we don't have the two middle ones. We haven't talked about those. So we're going to talk about them now. Let's just finish this beer, though. I can't do this. Done. Don't have to worry about the beer. And not bad. I got used to it. Still very bitter. All right, let's go through the VHS. Sorry, not talking to the microphone. Let's go through the VHS tapes first. And there are some surprises in here. The very first one I'm going to show you is a surprise. Because I didn't check most of these. As in, I didn't open them to check if they were in there or anything. I just bought them because I was running out of time. And then when I got home, I just grabbed the first one off the top and I opened it. And I checked it and I went, really? Really? Is this for real? So let me tell you why. Let me put this to the side. In fact, let me move all the VHS tapes where I can actually grab them. It's not that many. There we go. The first one, I watched not long ago. I watched this not long ago, and it was a good movie. I liked it. Reminded me a bit of Alfred. Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock? Am I losing my mind? I must be losing my mind because... Yeah. Hitchcock. Let's say Hitchcock. While I'm of sane mind. It was very Hitchcockian. Let's say it like that. Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn, James Coburn was in it. A few other actors as well. I watched Charade recently. Charade. And I found a VHS tape today of Charade. Very clean. Very, very clean. It's only got Cary Grant at the top. I guess he was one of the bigger actors at the time. But Audrey Hepburn was there. Walter Matthau. Great actor. James Coburn. I should do this as my face as I'm presenting. Can I do it as my face? Which way is that? No, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. Nope. So yeah, Charade. Not a great cover for Charade, but if you watch Charade, it is a Hitchcockian thriller. And it's a good movie. Very good movie. Watched it on DVD, of course, because I had it on DVD. No, I didn't watch it on DVD. I watched it on Tubi. Sorry, I've got quite a few Audrey Hepburn movies, but I didn't have Charade on DVD. I watched it on Tubi. And I watched it by myself for the first half hour, and then my daughters jumped in and watched it with me, and my wife walked past a few times and had a bit of a watch as well. Very Hitchcockian, a thriller. Anyway, I got this. Very nice, very clean. There you go, Charade. And then I opened it. Let me show you. Oh, I've got the receipt in there. Okay, let's move that. I opened it. Let's have a look. This happens to me every once in a while, but with Charade, I wasn't expecting it. Bit dusty. Let's open it. Oh, now it's hard. Tell me something. What do you see here? Roddy? Roddy might be able to focus if I make him focus. What do you see here? This is Audrey Hepburn. This is Audrey Hepburn, Cary Grant, Walter Matthau, and James Coburn. This, my friends, is sealed. And you might go, big deal. Big deal. Old movie. Sealed. Who cares? This is Charade. In a sealed copyright Force Video sealed box. The copyright proprietor has licensed the picture contained in this video cassette for private home use and prohibits unlicensed rental or hire. It may not be used for any other purpose and may not be shown in public. Now, I don't know if Force Video is legitimate. Is it on the back here? Can't tell. Well, this is Force Video, so maybe I don't really understand, because this is a Cell video. This is a Cell. I've got one of the Last Starfighter videos. I think both of them are Cell, but different copies. This is a Cell video. Cell on the side. You can see it. Cell video. Come on, Roddy. So video right there. He will focus if I make him. Sell video. And then on the inside you have got a sealed, though a bit scungy, a little bit torn up on the edges. We're going to go high so he focuses. Like it's been taken out and put back in a few times. But somebody's bought this and never watched it. No, I don't think it is torn. I think it's just the plastic has been sealed around that. But yeah, the sticker's a little bit janky. I'm going to say, I know I'm getting into specifics here, like the beer people do on Beer Advocate. But look at the sticker. Force Video. I'm pretty sure Force Video is legit. www.forcevideo.com.au. I think they're just a redistributor. I wonder if they've got... See, because look at the seal on the outside of it. It's not pretty, but it's old school. Like old school taping stuff up. It's all sealed, heat shrink sealed. Like the edge of it is pretty janky, this side. It's right along the seam line. But it's new. It's never been used, I can tell. Never been used. Charade. Sealed. Now, I don't know. I don't really care that it might or might not be worth anything. I really don't. I just am kind of spun out that I paid $1, which is still, 50 cents more expensive than it should be, for a VHS tape, and it happened to be a sealed one, and that spins me out because it was charade, and I was like, oh, I'm going to rewatch this on VHS. That's going to be cool. But now I can't watch it because it's sealed. I'm not going to open a sealed VHS. I just think it's really cool. And whether it's legit or not, who knows? Who knows if it's legit? I wonder if Force Video comes up in a search. Let's try Force Video. Force Video. I've heard the name before, so I'm sure it's real. Force Video. No, not what is Force. Okay, that's Force Video Distributor. Interesting. Doesn't come up. Force Video VHS. I only get you involved in these searches because I think it's interesting to look at the research side of things. Okay, Force Video. Horror VHS collectors unite. Shockwaves. Oh yeah, Shockwaves 1977. That's a movie I need to buy on Force Video. Force Video with warning screen. Yeah, so they've been around for a while. I know the name. This is too bright. I need to get rid of it. Get rid of you. Too bright for my eyeballs. I wanted to show you that just because you might not think much of it, but finding a Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn, Walter Matthau, James Coburn movie, Charade, which is a very good movie. Please, if you haven't seen Charade, if you haven't seen any Audrey Hepburn or Cary Grant movies, or Walter Matthau, or James Coburn, but especially this era of movies, please watch Charade. Please watch their movies because they're old. Yeah, I know they're old. Some of these people's movies are in black and white, some are in color. This is a fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. I picked the killer in about halfway. But it's a fantastic movie. So go ahead and watch that. That's the first one I'm going to talk about. Let's move that along that way. The second one I'm going to talk about is I remember talking to you guys about Danny Kaye. I don't know if anyone else grew up with Danny Kaye. I did. I had a very musical household. We watched a lot of musicals, Sound of Music, Danny Kaye musicals, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis musicals, Elvis musicals, lots and lots of musicals in my household. We sang a lot, we played instruments a lot, and we watched a lot of movies. Not just musicals, but we watched a lot of musicals along the way, including other movies like James Bond. We used to watch James Bond as a family all the time. but he's not a musical. That would be a great musical, though. Do you think? So I picked up a Danny Kaye movie, comedy classics, The Kid from Brooklyn. And I just picked it up because it had Danny Kaye in it. Now, I have a vague recollection of this movie, but I really don't remember much, if anything at all, except for the fighting scenes, I think. I think I remember some of the fighting scenes. But Danny Kaye's fun. Old school musical singing comedian. He's just innocent, an innocent comedian. He did some great movies back in the day. I had to pick it up. Old school VHS. It's already been rewound. Fantastic. It's got a nice topper on it. There's The Kid from Brooklyn. What was it? Network Entertainment. And then you get the fancy, you know, it's almost like currency. You know, they've got the printing behind the printing. It's very cool. And we always love that VHS symbol right there in the corner. This one right here, the Roddy will focus on as soon as I allow him to. Focus, Roddy. There we go. See that symbol there? There, right there. Love that. Love it. Put that symbol on everything. Yeah, Kid from Brooklyn. That's going to be a revisit. Moving on to the next one. The next two are sets. So I'm just going to spring it on you. I'm just going to tell you. Betty Davis collection. Triple pack. It says 1995 from where? Oh, it is 1995 direct from Cell. So a lot of Cell stuff. Is this all Cell? Yeah, it's all Cell. You can see there. It's all Cell. Cell, cool. For somebody that do you think maybe you haven't heard of? Betty Davis. Look at her. Beautiful. Haggard. And then this side. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Not as haggard as the other picture. Yeah, so this is a 3-pack. It has 3 movies on it. It has... I'll go that way. It has The Great Lie, Hell's House, and Dangerous. If we look on this side, just a brief description of both. Sorry, both, I say. 3 of them. That's obviously Dangerous is where she looks haggard. And The Great Lie, where she looks gorgeous. And then the black and white one, maybe, is Hell's House. So Hell's House, it says, is a tense drama concerning a naive boy who takes the rap for a bootlegger and is wrongfully sentenced to a corrupt reform school. Hell's House was filmed early in the career of Betty Davis and is a perfect example of her riveting on-screen performance style. Dangerous is... Broadway's Joyce Heath has hit the skids. She looks like she's hit the skids. She's drowned her career in self-pity and may soon join the Mahoney's Boys, a 30s term for delirium tremens, in their gin-spilling jig. She was a comet which appeared suddenly and disappeared completely. A critic laments. The critic could not know that a maturing, nurturing love would nudge Heath towards recovery and life. As Heath, Betty Davis gave notice that she wasn't going to disappear. And the last one is The Great Lie. When she read the script, Betty Davis knew The Great Lie was in trouble. This picture is going to stink, she said to co-star Mary Astor. It's up to us to rewrite this piece of junk and make it more interesting. Interesting? Neophyte writers, but seasoned actresses Davis and Astor made it riveting. They transformed it into a scathing, cunning catfight. I can't read the rest because it's got the sticker on there. $3. I had to get them. The covers individually are just same as the way you saw them before. Hell's House and Dangerous. And honestly, these look like they're going to be a good watch. I think are they mostly black and white? I think maybe at least 2 of them are black and white. I like box sets. I don't know what it is. Box sets of anything kind of get me. So I have to be careful. The last one I got of the VHS tapes is a double pack. Humphrey Bogart starring in Call It Murder and Beat the Devil. Weird packaging. Value pack, value pack, value pack, value pack. Humphrey Bogart. 2 movies, 2 movies, 2 movies, 2 movies. What the heck is going on with this? This is fucking ridiculous. Humphrey Bogart. VHS, just in case you forgot what you're watching. 2 movies, value pack, value pack. I mean, is this their way back then of actually selling, like, it's a value pack, guys, you don't get it, it's a value pack. Look at the packaging. It's like a box. It's a box. It's got 2 movies written on everything. It's got a barcode on the bottom. I didn't actually open this up. You know, I didn't open this up. Ah, because there's no cases. Should have thought of that. Look, open the lid up. It's just 2 movies slipped into this box. Let's have a look. They look like they're for the most part rewound. Wow, what the heck is going on here? There's nothing on the ends. There's not even printing on the ends, but there is Beat the Devil and Call It Murder. Very interesting way of doing it. This must have been done by a distribution company that it was very cheap, that didn't want to have to put any extra effort into this at all. Never seen something like this with no stickers on them, but at least it's got toppers, so I guess that's a good thing. Very interesting. Very curious. Only $1 though. Only $1 for 2. So I've been meaning to watch a bit more in the way of Humphrey Bogart. Come on, Roddy, seriously. $1. Yeah, Humphrey Bogart. Call It Murder and Beat the Devil. I don't know anything about it. In Call It Murder, Bogart, a jury foreman, sends a woman to the electric chair, causing himself and his family public persecution. Meanwhile, his daughter becomes romantically involved with a gangster who has a personal interest in the same case before the court. Renamed Call It Murder to capitalize on the Bogart's latest stardom, a very interesting and dramatic theatrical piece. And Beat the Devil, shot on location in Italy, directed John Huston and Truman Capote. Interesting. Concocted this bizarre, offbeat, humorous, satiric, Maltese Falconish films. Oh, that's a good one. A cult favourite, this adventure comedy is based around an Africa-bound tramp steamer that is destroyed by an explosion with a ship full of swindling passengers aboard, each trying to double-cross the other. This cult classic received 3 out of 4 stars from the New York Daily News. So regardless of the cheap, buy it now, 2 movies, value pack packaging, this looks cool. So they're my VHSs. Now we are going to our DVDs, our DVD finds. Once again, not many, but fun. Oh yeah, and I forgot I got a toy with that as well. Let's move that out of the way. We'll do that with our toy section. So I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 DVDs. I was pretty happy with my score though. Pretty happy. All right, let's go for the first one. Let's put them all the right way around. That would be helpful as well. I'll leave the fun one to the last. I didn't check the discs on these because they've all been taped shut. Anybody having issues finding that op shops tape shut their DVDs? Oh no, we've got to stop people stealing. Got to stop people stealing our DVDs. I know they're only $1, also $2 at the most, but they may steal them if we don't tape them shut. So they're all taped shut. First one, A Quiet Place. Don't own it. I almost bought the twin pack of A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2. If they hear you, they hunt you. Emily Blunt, John Krasinski. Haven't seen this movie yet. Anybody else seen A Quiet Place? I've seen some of the tent scenes. I don't know if it's this one or the second one, the birthing scene. Whew, man, I don't know. Looks really good though. Good reviews. I don't think the prequel got good reviews, but these have good reviews. So I had to pick that up. It was $2. These were $2. Not a fan of the $2 DVDs, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. The next one I picked this up. It was a special edition. No. This is 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. I thought I owned it, but I don't think I do, so I picked it up. Jack Nicholson, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, or Cuckoo's Nest. Anybody seen the movie? It came from a book. I remember seeing his Oscar nomination, where they filmed him with all of the people that acted and also some of the people in the asylum. Very interesting. But yeah, I want to own it. And I'm not going to open it because it's been taped shut. Look at that. Look at that piece of crap. It's been taped shut. How annoying. Anyway, picked that up, $2. This one I'd never heard of. It's got Naomi Watts in it though. Oh, what year was this? Is it going to tell me? Oh, this is Region 4. No, that's legit. What? Oh, 2004. Never heard of this before. Looked interesting and scary, and a film by who? Dick Mas. Dickmas. Merry Dickmas to you. The Shaft. Naomi Watts. Your next stop. Oh, sorry, your next. I almost said your next stop is hell. Your next stop is hell. The Shaft. And the director is by the name of Merry Dickmas. Oh, are you currently rereading One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Welcome, Mark McBride. I can always rely on you to drop in at least 3:30 in the morning. Welcome, Mark. I miss you, my friend. I haven't seen you, it feels like the last time I saw you, which was at your house. I guess it wasn't that long ago. Thank you for jumping in here. I haven't got any monkey news, don't ask me. The Shaft. I don't know anything about this movie. I picked it up just because it looked very intriguing. And look at that cover. That cover's just bizarre. Naomi Watts, though. 2000 and... what was it? 2004. But that's the distribution date. That may not be the filming date. Could have been made in 2000. Oh, look, the sticker tape came off. Alright, so let's have a look at the disc, seeing as I managed to get that off. The Shaft. Not to be mostly clean. Not to be mixed with the classic blaxploitation style movie Shaft. Let's read what it says though. When the express elevator in the 102-story Millennium Building begins to malfunction, the management sends in a mechanic to solve the problem. But not everyone is happy about it, especially the elevator. Ooh, does that mean the elevator is prescient? That the elevator is... it's like haunted? After several of New York's finest are killed, that would be the police, I'm assuming, the government, fearing terrorism, seals off the building. Now it is up to the mechanic and a reporter, who is Naomi Watts, to face an enemy whose bloodthirst is only met by its unpredictability. An enemy determined to fight off any intruder looking for the dark secret that lurks inside the belly of the Shaft. Oh, it's got Ron Perlman as well. Michael Ironside. Hey, Mark. Michael Ironside. Highlander 2, man. Highlander 2. Do you remember him being on the train in Highlander 2? Train's out of control. He makes the train go out of control and speed up. And he turns around and screams at everyone, "We're all having fun!" And he's mostly talking to a little kid. And then the train plows through a wall. Yes, Michael Ironside. We love him. We love to hate him, but we also love him. So this is a horror / thriller about a haunted, murderous shaft. Sounds like a very bad porn movie. Yeah. Next stop is hell. All right, let's move on to the next one. That was $2, and I just looked like an interesting horror. Never heard of it. So moving on. This one, I own a bootleg copy. Oh, look, there's no sticky tape on it. Oh, what a beautiful looking inner on this one. I thought this was actually bootleg to begin with. Until I saw Region 1 written on it. But I own a bootleg of it, and I didn't watch it because I know the bootleg I have is not going to be good quality. But now I own the real one. The Shape of Water. Mark has seen this. I know you've seen it, Mark. Maybe even Alison, you've seen this. A fairy tale for troubled times. But look at that beautiful cover. This was so nice that I thought this was a bootleg. You know when people make it a little bit too nice. When I look at that, Guillermo del Toro. Okay, let me say it as a sentence with a breath at the beginning. Guillermo del Toro, who I love as a director. Oh, look at that beautiful inner. Shiny, beautiful inner. The disc is pretty as well. It's a Region 1, which is fine because my DVD, I think most DVD players and Blu-ray players play all regions these days. But yeah, Shape of Water. Wanted to own it. Didn't really own it besides a bootleg. Had to pick it up, and it was only $2. $2, and a very nice copy too. Actually, I really like. I'm a bit of a nerd for particular copies of things. This one, Mark, might be interesting to you. Oh, there's sticky tape on it. I really do want to open this one up, though. Mark, this one might be interesting to you. I know it's interesting to me coming from a film background. I picked it up thinking it was some cheap movie, like a cheap horror. But this is a documentary, or documentary. Fantastic Flesh, the art of makeup EFX. I'm sorry if YouTube is going to ding me for showing this face of a man without an eyeball. But it's got a lot of people on it. It's got Quentin Tarantino, Wes Craven, Robert Rodriguez, George A. Romero, Eli Roth, Frank Darabont, John Carpenter, and Nick Garris. That would be why I can't open this, because there's sticky tape at the top as well. It's a documentary, or a documentary, or a documentary, or a documentary. It's basically about... Oh, it's a bit janky at the bottom. It's broken, but... I like that stuff. That's the kind of stuff that got me interested in the background, the making of film. Mark's given me a few... Yeah, it's really cool. You've never seen it, Mark? Mark's given me a few DVDs and VHS stuff that's related to making masks and prosthetics and stuff. I've got a few that I already own. You can go to Barnes in Melbourne if you learn how to do that stuff. They're all set up. Film industry goes to Barnes in Richmond. Kind of clean, kind of not. It does look like it's been made by... No, Tom Savini? That's a good question. I'll read the back of it. Maybe he didn't want to be in it. 4 out of 5, a fantastic documentary that is informative, fun, and rough, thoroughly gory. In this documentary, meet the masters of the craft and discover its incredible history, complete with rare behind-the-scenes photos and footage, revealing interviews with Quentin Tarantino, Tom Savini... Who did you ask? Yeah, Tom Savini. Rick Baker, let me ask... Do you have Rick Baker? Quentin Tarantino, Tom Savini is mentioned, Mark. Josh Brolin, Greg Nicotero, John Carpenter, George A. Romero, Eli Roth, Simon Pegg... Simon Pegg? Really? Howard Berger... Rob Botton, Wes Craven, Robert Rodriguez, John Landis, Mick Garris, and Dick Smith. And Dick Smith. But no Rick Baker? Yeah, that's interesting there's no Rick Baker listed. That is very, very interesting. But still, very cool. $2. And how much running time is it? Is it going to tell me? I bet you it's under that sticker. I hate it when they don't give you the running time. Run time under the sticker. We all know this cost $2. Oh, it only goes for like 56 minutes. So it's not a deep dive. It's not a deep dive. 56 minutes, you're going to get a lot of... I bet you, I'll guarantee you this is how it's going to go. You're going to get a lot of splashy back and forth. So it'll be like one person saying something, and then another person saying something, and somebody saying a sentence, and then it goes to somebody else saying a sentence, and then showing some footage, and then somebody talking over the footage, and then more people talking. It's going to be it's going to be splashy. It's going to be all over the place. But 56 minutes, there's going to be either crammed with lots and lots of information or not enough. I guess I'll have to find out. But yeah, lots of people on here, except for Rick Baker, Mark. Good point out. The last DVD I picked up, I had been thinking about actually recently, because I got the more modern remake, and I've seen the more modern remake. I don't think I've seen the original, or at least not for a long time. I don't recall it. And I have been thinking about it because, as you know, I follow the Cobwebs channel. If anyone doesn't follow the Cobwebs channel, follow Daniel on the Cobwebs channel. He does a lot of movies. He loves horror. He loves old-timey Hollywood monster, you know, folk horror, all sorts of stuff. Old movies, Sherlock Holmes movies. He's really cool. But he did a review on this particular movie, and yeah, got me intrigued. And today I found it, and I snapped it up immediately. I was like, oh my god, and I picked it up. The Stepford Wives, the original. It looks like the original. It has to be the original. The date should be on the back. I hate looking down here. Let me just look down with my glasses off. 110 minutes running time. Give me the goddamn date. You're not going to, are you? It'll be in fine print somewhere. Yeah, 1974. It's the original. Well, that would be the distribution date, though, I would assume, and maybe not the filming date. But the Stepford Wives. The Stepford Wives. And it is a horror movie. It really, very literally is. Probably more in the latter half of the movie. If it follows the same path. If the newer movie followed the same path as the old movie. It's a horror movie. It's horrific. Making the wives do what men want them to do. This is a widescreen collection, so it is old, having to say at the top that it's the widescreen collection. Great movie, is it? If it is the original. It says 1974. So that may be the distribution date. I wonder if this might tell me up here. 5 live viewers, by the way. Thank you to you for being here. The Stepford Wives should tell me. Stepford Wives. 1975. Why does it say 1974? It does say 1974 on the back. That doesn't make much sense. Maybe that's when the original rights were given. It's 1975 here. Was it really 1975? Sorry about the very ultra bright light. I don't like how it does that. 1975. So it must have been the original copyright date that was made for the movie is 1974. Don't know. That's weird. Yeah, it is the original. See, you can even tell by the cover. I knew straight away it was the original by looking at it without even seeing the date. The actors in it, Catherine Ross, Paula Prentice, and something strange is happening in the town of Stepford. Everything points at old. I don't think it comes with anything. Special features are just the Stepford life and theatrical trailer. So this is a very old DVD. It's been around for a while. But yeah, I saw this, and of all the ones I picked up today, this was the one that made me go, oh my God. And I just grabbed it and I shoved it in my bag. I didn't steal it. I shoved it in my bag of things I was going to take to the counter immediately. I was like, yep, need it, have to have it, going to watch it. Yep, that was my last DVD. All right, I promised to be speedy, so let's be speedy. I've got a stack here of music. Before I do the music, though, let's do toys really quickly, because I made a new bumper for toys, and I just want to do it. I've got two now, because I got one from the op shop today. I think this is the toy that I want to show. Is this the one? It is. Cool. I got the box here. Let's do some toy talk. Let's swiftly move on. Let's do toy talk. You ready? I think I've got the volume set for this one. Yeah, I do. Let's do toy talk.
Toy Talk.
Welcome to Toy Talk. I hope you like that, because I wanted it to be kind of old-timey. All right, so with Toy Talk today, we're going to talk about the first thing we found today. I just picked it up. I don't feel like these toys are super good, though. This is probably better than most. You know, the newer plastic toys, you know, cheap plastic toys. I picked up Star-Lord. He had no price on him, actually. The lady at counter just said $2. I picked up Star-Lord. He's not too bad looking. You know, he's not perfect, but for a cheap plastic toy where the limbs do not move, he's not too bad. He's got his more newer uniform from I think movie 3, is it now, or is it the end of 2 to 3? I think it's 3. See, I own 1 and 2 already on Blu-ray, but I don't have 3. Apparently it's very beautiful. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, had to pick up Star-Lord, $2. And that was a good little last minute fun. Once again, though, I think this is Hasbro, right? Is it Hasbro? Yeah, Hasbro. Hasbro 2023. Probably, look, these are probably the better figurines in terms of like the plastic, but it's like really hard plastic. I loved the old Star Wars style of rubbery kind of plastic, but arms don't move. Not too terrible about the arms not moving. I just don't like it when they cheap out on the materials. But yeah, had to pick up Star-Lord and was happy that he was there. And he's very clean. Like, a lot of these toys tend to be scratched up. If I zoom in with my hands in the way and you look at his face, his nose isn't scuffed up from being dropped on the floor. His body is in pretty nice condition. His hair looks good. He hasn't got like black marks on him. He hasn't got drag marks on him. I mean, this is pretty forgiving plastic, but at the same time though, like, very clean for a toy. You don't often get toys that have been mostly looked after. You know, that's something that doesn't often happen. But yes, once again, on the cheaper side. On the cheaper side. The second toy I'm going to show you, I've had for a while now. I just haven't taken it out of its box because this is Shadows of the Empire Star Wars toy. And I want to look after it because I was kind of a big fan of the Shadows of the Empire toy line, along with the Shadows of the Empire comic book and book and all that stuff back in the day. And I really wanted this, and I bought it, oh, it would have been a couple of years ago, a year and a half. It's still in the box. Don't want to give away my name on the front, but it's the Shadows of the Empire toy, and it's a vehicle, and I think it's cool, and so I bought it. And it's still in original seal. It's originally sealed. I've been tricked before with originally sealed stuff, so I'm a bit more picky. It is a Shadows of the Empire Star Wars Swoop Rider. There you go, Roddy. Look, I want you to just see how old this box is. I mean, it's in pretty good condition. Maybe, I don't know if Allison's watching right now, whether she's busy doing her filming. She probably is. If you're filming, that's okay. I'm not expecting you to jump in. But if you watch this on the replay, Allison, you might have seen these before. I'm pretty sure you probably have. It's got the exclusive Swoop Trooper figure, which you can't see very well in the light. Roddy's trying, but the lighting is not pointed in the right angle. Look at those purples and the blacks and the really kind of cartoony Darth Vader mask with the blues and the blacks, and the Swoop Rider riding his bike. I think it's really cool. I can't remember what I paid for it. I was being picky at the time when I bought this, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't like spending what other people might spend. So I think I got this cheaper, or maybe I asked for a cheaper price. I can't remember. I don't pester people for cheaper prices, but I tend to watch things for a long time, and if they don't sell, I ask them for a cheaper price. Gives you this whole classification here. You know, the height, the pilot height, the classification of the vehicle, classification of the person, affiliation, status, weapon of choice, vehicle length, speed, and then you got all these vehicles that are in the line there. It's very cool. Boba Fett's Slave 1, you can't call it a Slave 1 now, you got to call it a fire spray. Can't say the S word, you can't say the Slave 1. Millennium Falcon X-Wing. I want all of these Shadows of the Empire figures. I especially want the Chewie one. Where is he? Is he in there? No, he's not in this image. Here, Chewbacca dress. Oh, no, he is. That's him there. Chewbacca dresses up as a bounty hunter. In bounty hunter disguise with this weird kind of axe thing with a triangular head. Prince Sizor. Then you've got, I think, Leia. Dash Rendar. Luke Skywalker in some kind of stolen uniform, Imperial sort of thing. Then you got the side here, you got Swoop, pretty cool figure standing on side. Then you got another image which shows the cannon, includes exclusive Swoop Trooper figure. Another one of that one where he's standing by the side, and an upside down one, which must be for packaging purposes to show it on the shelf. Fires higher impact proton torpedo. Anyway, I've had this for a while. I don't have a lot of space on my shelf at the moment though. I have a glass cabinet down there. I should make some room for it. It's beautiful. It's sealed. You can see the tape, the yellowed tape down the side. And on this side. Got to check your tapes, guys, because I bought vintage stuff before and then opened it to find out that it has been opened and is missing stuff. It's sealed up. So Just wanted to show you that. My Shadows of the Empire Swoop and Swoop Rider. Swoop vehicle. Love those colors. Very cool. And I love boxed vehicles. I got a thing for boxed vehicles. One of the things I miss the most is I bought from the Revenge of the Sith line of toys, which I was totally into the Revenge of the Sith line of toys. That's what reinvigorated my love of Star Wars collecting, was just the variety, the huge variety, and the just the love that was put into those toys. Large vehicles, small vehicles, animals. You got all of the like the bark troop, park rider, the hover bike, the bark bike with the rider. You got all these animals and vehicles. I had Anakin's starfighter. That was really fun. Anyway, so thank you very much for being a part of Toys, and I'm going to play the bumper again just because it made me happy to make it. If I can even find it, please, let's get physical. I just made it, now I've dropped it down, and Toy Talk. Thank you for being a part of
Toy Talk.
Thanks for being a part of Toy Talk. I love that bumper. I'm going to make more bumpers like that. All right, so moving on. I think we need to move on to what I was going to show you next, which is just a big list of music. We're going to go through them real quick. These are just half of the finds that are on the floor. So let's just do that. Let's do that right now. Let's make a stack right there. They're all going to be mixed up, and I don't care. We're just going to do them super quick. I ran into a guy in the op shop today who was collecting music, and I had a very interesting conversation with him because he was buying a lot of random stuff. I was like, what are you buying? Because he said hello to me first. I'm like, oh, had chat, and then I said, what are you buying? Because he had he had like some instructional kind of CDs that tell you how to do things. And he goes, I just like listening to stuff, and I buy a lot of stuff, and if I don't like it, I get rid of it, and if I do like it, I keep it. So that was a very interesting conversation. All right, we're gonna look at this stack. Look at this stack right there. Crazy stack. I don't want to drop any of those. What are we here now? We're at 3:45, nearly 4. We're going to try and end up closing by 4. Probably won't, but let's try to close by 4, because I was going to make this like an hour. Can you believe that? I was going to make this like an hour, as if I could ever get anything done by an hour. All right, first. Sorry, needed that. First, we've already talked about a few of these, so if I do repeat myself, I apologize. Just ignore the ones I've repeated in previous videos. We've got the Super Jesus. I actually really like these guys. Underrated band. They became really big really quickly and then disappeared. A few albums later. My favorite of their albums is the first album. This album's really good too. They got a good song at the beginning, Over to You, Gravity, Enough to Know. The first 3 are probably my favorite tracks. Everything else after this is really good. I like the Jedi's. This is a double album. It has an acoustic CD at the end of it. Next, the soundtrack for Jackie Brown. We've talked about that in a previous video some time ago. Had to get that. Love soundtracks. Jackie Brown's soundtrack's really good. It's mostly music. Yeah, it's mostly music from back in the era. By the way, most CDs are $1. Sometimes they're $1.99. Next one, Sting, Sacred Love. I'm a Sting fan, unashamedly. Don't care if you hate me for it. Had to buy it. Plus, he was in June. Amongst other movies. And in, wasn't he also in a Frankenstein movie? I can't remember now. I think he was in a Frankenstein movie of some kind. Basement Jacks, Kish Cash. Definitely talked about this before. Love Basement Jacks. Most of these are pretty clean as well. Dig. Does anyone remember the band Dig? I would say from the 90s. They're a new age jazz band. I saw them live quite a few times. Dig, Speakeasy. I listened to this. It was a little bit scratched. and it did skip a couple of times, but I listened to this on my Sherwood 5 stacker. The Bride. That's right. Thanks, Mark. He was in The Bride. Yeah, actually, I thought I owned that, but maybe I don't. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that again because I remember seeing it in Op Shop and I can't remember if I picked it up. It could be in the collection back there. I'll have to double check. Yeah, Digger, really cool. I listened to this whole album on my Sherwood 5 disc spinny CD player. Directions in Groove. Have you ever seen them, Mark? I saw them live heaps of times. They're really cool. But yeah, played really well for the most part. Skipped a couple of times, but I really enjoyed playing. I put it on in here, and I was like using the music to help me clean. I was cleaning up in here, getting rid of mess. Directions in Groove. I also around that era was I'm going to see The Sharp. I don't know if anyone remembers The Sharp, but I saw The Sharp quite a few times as well. Something for Kate. Desert Lights. We've talked about that one before. Yeah, brilliant live. Really brilliant live, Mark. Really, really fun. I think there was a different vibe back then. I'm not saying that live gigs are any different now, but something about late 80s, early 90s music that I guess maybe it's just because I was young and maybe I felt it was different, but it felt like it was a different kind of vibe back then. Like music was a lot more open. You would probably go and see a lot of different sort of variants of bands, but maybe I'm just thinking that. Maybe I'm imagining it. It feels a bit different now. Yeah, brilliant live. Yeah, Something for Kate. I'm a fan of Something for Kate, so hate me if you like. Don't care. They cop a lot of shit. 28 Days. Yeah, I know my brother said they're dated, and they are dated. Hip hop punk. You know, early days, very dated. But they're pretty cool. Ben Folds 5. Never remember the album name. Whatever and ever, amen. Whatever and ever, amen. I love Ben Folds 5. My favorite song forever and ever will be Brick. Brick is just, I've told you all before, I'm an emotional person. I do things by the heart, and Brick is just a song that really pulls my heartstrings. Early 90s, Underground Lovers, also great around that time. Yeah, Underground Lovers. You're jogging a memory. It'll come back to me in a second. Underground Lovers. I do know the name. Definitely know the name. Here's a band that you may or may not remember. I tried to hunt them down for a while, but I couldn't find them, and then I just randomly found them. Blue Line Medic. That would come up every once in a while on Rage on TV, on the music program Rage. But they came along and then dropped off. This is like an EP/mini CD. Lived in Adelaide. I lived in Adelaide for a while. Blue Line Medic were fun. People tease this guy as well for his high-pitched voice, but Passenger. I love Passenger. I love this guy. I always thought the band was called Passenger, but apparently he's called Passenger. All the Little Lights. I love this guy, and I love him for being such a brilliant music maker. His songs are beautiful. The first song I ever saw of Passenger was, I think, on this album, Let Her Go. Yeah, Ben Folds. Oh, Ben Folds. Yeah, right. He lived in Adelaide for a while. You know that Adelaide had a huge punk scene, right? I didn't know much about punk back then, but I had some friends who were full punks. I used to go over around to their house and hang out with them. Full punks, like all the way punk. Like the whole house, for birthdays were all punk guys and girls. And they used to drag me out to gigs. And I didn't really get it back then, but yeah, Adelaide had a big punk scene. Huge. And a metal scene too, but the punk scene there was insane. Yeah, Passenger's really good. Love Passenger. I get teased about that a bit, actually, about liking Passenger. John Lennon Legend. It's just a, you know, compilation album. But I love John Lennon. Alice Cooper, compilation album. The definitive Alice Cooper. Had to pick it up. Missing a few tracks on there I thought would be on there, but... Live. I'm Live. This is Live. This is an album that I'm a bit mixed on, because I loved when these guys came out. I thought this album was amazing. But there's something about their style that used to rub me up the wrong way at times as well. I think I loved them when I was in the mood for them and hated them when I wasn't in the mood for them. I don't know how to explain it. Didn't really like their second album, but this is a good album. But once again, yeah, if I was in the mood for it. If I wasn't in the mood for it, I'd be like, turn it off, don't want to hear about it. Fighting Young Cannibals, The Raw and the Cooked, great album. Great album. You don't have to love them, but I love them. Very cool. Real Big Fish, Ska Punk, Happy Ska Punk, Trumpets, Ska Punk. Look at these guys. Don't tell me you wouldn't hang out with these guys. Come on, I'm gonna get Roddy to focus. This is very glossy. Ska Punk. Ska Punk's fun. Yeah, cool. What have I got here? Kenny Loggins. Yep, Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith, Kenny Loggins. Love Kenny Loggins. Love Kenny Loggins. Bit of a legend. We got She Had, the General Electric. Remember these guys being around, but didn't know terribly much about them, but bought it and loved it. Great album. Have heard the tracks before. MIA or Mia? No, it's MIA. MIA. Ariela. Love MIA. Some people love her, some people don't like her. I should save this for the other one, but I've got Use Your Illusions, Guns N' Roses. Use Your Illusions 1. I ended up finding number 2 as well, which is good because I completed that selection. I love those albums. When those albums came out, it was like, I don't know, like my music sensibilities kind of shifted a little bit because they're so big. We got Green Day. This is when I found a few punk albums. Another Green Day. 21st Century Breakdown. I found 2 of these. I ended up giving one away. Had to have that. Genesis. Come on. Who doesn't like Genesis? Come on, Mark. Do you like Genesis? Phil Collins as a drummer and a singer. Oh, he's great, man. He's a bit sad these days. He's not young anymore. Rage Against the Machine. By the way, this wasn't an op shop find. I did buy this from JB Hi-Fi because they were $11. So I think that's the original price. He's not going to focus. Too shiny. Rage Against the Machine. First album. I actually don't know if it's their first album, but it's my first album with them. Amazing, amazing, amazing album. I once had a cassette that I used to plug into my car, and I would listen to my CD Walkman. I'd stuff it into the front console, and I would listen to my CDs through my tape, through the cassette thing, the converter, and I listened to a lot of Rage Against the Machine, a lot of Alice in Chains, and a lot of other music as well. The Ramones definitive album anthology, 2 discs full of Ramones tracks. Look, I haven't even opened it. I haven't had a chance to. I've been really keen to give this a go. Should put it in the car, actually. That's probably what I should do. I bought something. It's in paper packaging. I don't know if I pulled this out at all. Did I pull it out? Oh, yeah, I ordered this. This should be part of mail. But it's not. Let's open it now. I'm running out of time. It's nearly 4 in the morning. Oh, yes. Yes, please. This should be part of mail. But I ordered it so long ago. Has anyone ever heard... Oh, wow. This is a bit stiff. Maybe it's been... That's what she said. Okay, maybe it's just... Okay, cool. I'm going to hold this up, and you tell me if you've ever heard of these two... This band, that's these 2 women. I'm not too sure if they're England or Ireland, to be honest. I wonder if it'll tell me on the back. 1993. That's the year, 1993. Rick from the Young Ones. What? Got on board, might as well be listening to Genesis. Oh, yeah, Rick from the Young Ones. Mark, wow, you unlocked a memory. That's so funny. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, my God. I can't believe you remembered that. You're good with your memory of TV shows and music. Tell me if you've ever heard of these guys. I can't remember where they are. They're somewhere in the United States of Kingdom. Ever heard of these guys? I wanted to like bait you with it, but ever heard of Puka? The reason why I bought this off eBay was because look at that, it's Spit Records. Look at that, that's so cool. This is in the back, Spit Records, 29 something. Ever heard? Look at that, 29.95 from Spit Records. Go in, every CD comes with a free cup of spit. When I started traveling, when I was like, okay, there's a long story. I'm not going to get into all of it. But when I was in Newcastle, I pretty much was moving from house to house, and I just kind of reached a point where I just had enough of it. I had enough of being unhappy and going from house to house and not too sure what I wanted, where I wanted to be. I was like, nah, that's it. I'm leaving. And I packed up all my crap. I left it all behind, and I saved up enough money for a bus. I caught a bus and I started traveling. I just said goodbye to all my friends there. It was like, I don't know if you'll ever see me again. And I was off on the road. I went on a personal and spiritual journey on my own, which was a huge thing for me. But on the way, I had a cassette. I found a cassette in a shop. Yeah, I don't know. What a puka is is like a spirit, like a goblin-y kind of fairy kind of thing that's mischievous and does naughty things and bad things and leads you astray and stuff like that. But I remember when I started traveling, I got off the bus at a certain point. I stopped in some kind of petrol station, and I went inside, bought a few things, and they had a cassette there. And I was like, this looks interesting. I had this cover, but it was cassette sized, and I'd already had I had a cassette player with me and headphones, and I bought it. And I listened to them, and they were really earthy and shrill and kind of otherworldly. And I listened to them while I was traveling. And yeah, I had to have it again. So if you ever get a chance to try Puka, it might not be to everyone's taste, but Puka is beautiful. It's got a very UK, United Kingdom. So I don't know if it's like England, Ireland, Scotland. I don't know where. I'm sure I've read at some point where they came from, because it's very otherworldly. Doesn't tell me. No, it doesn't tell me. Yeah, so Puka, very cool. Look at that, beautiful. Oops, lost them. Clicked it, lost them. Beautiful, beautiful women. And I'll be honest, this was the picture on the inside of the cover as well, and I was like in love with both of them. And I listened to their voices while I was traveling, looking out the window, and while I was sleeping under willow trees by the water in my sleeping bag. I don't think they really, Mark, I don't think I can really explain. If you get a chance to, I don't know, I think they're on streaming somewhere, or you could just find an album on YouTube. Give it a listen. All their songs are a little bit different, but they're very, very earthy and very shrill and heartfelt and bluesy, but not bluesy. A little bit kind of like, maybe they are a bit like Clanted. They're just, I don't know. It's kind of like wherever their thoughts take them, the songs take them. It's very hard to explain. But they're good for traveling. And good if you believe in fairies, and I believed in fairies for a long time when I was younger, and mystical beasts and stuff like that. They've got that kind of ethereal kind of feel to them. Yeah, maybe a bit like Planet, but I can't even pigeonhole them too much. Very, very cool album. And I think it was the only album they released, or maybe they did release another one. I'm not too sure. I've lingered on that one for a while. I picked this one up because I just was like, what the hell? I'm picking it up. Dinosaurs, big songs from the series Dinosaurs. Yeah, had to have it. Don't even know if it's worth anything, but Body Jar. Anyone remember Body Jar? Body Jar, Body Jar, punk pop. I mean, like OG punk pop. I love Body Jar. One in a Million. This is actually a EP single. It's got 5 tracks on it. One in a Million is a really good album, by the way. This is not the album. This is just the EP. Body Jar, very cool. Been listening to them a lot lately as well, to be honest. This is a band called Hit List. They're like halfway between metal and hardcore, I guess you'd say. These guys are a bit of an odd one. They're like pop punk, but really odd. Forever the Sickest. Forever the Sickest Kids, sorry. Bit odd. Don't know if you'd like them or not. Tori Amos. Little Earthquakes, I think it was called. Little Earthquakes, yep. Great album. Used to listen to that a lot. Monty Python Instant Record Collection. Yeah, Body Jar were great, Mark. Oh, You Want Balloons? Oh, I thought it was Mark saying. You Want Balloons, welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I've been talking to Mark back and forth. I thought it was Mark replying. You Want Balloons, welcome. Body Jar were and are great. They're still around, apparently. Love Body Jar. They still cop shit from people. I don't know why. Carnival. Anyone into Carnival? Brainy Metal. If you like music a la... if you like music oh no, my brain's failing me now. Three Circles. Who sang that song? Oh my god, I'm losing it. Brainy Metal. Deep Brainy Metal. Yeah, good album. They're kind of like if Tool were, because I think maybe one of the singers, no, I think I'm getting mixed up, but if Tool were, sorry, you're going to hate me for this, if Tool were good, I'm not a huge Tool fan. I tried to be when I was younger, but I wasn't. If Tool were good and they were epic and they were like, I don't know, brainy, that's what Carnival are like. Oh, there we go. There's the other one. Use Your Illusions 2. What are you doing up at this time of the night? You Want Balloons? I had to have both. I found the other one. I had to complete the collection. And here's a best of Guns N' Roses, greatest hits. Because, you know, Guns N' Roses. We've talked about this one before. Teenage Fan Club 13. Mark knows them. You Want Balloons probably knows them. My favourite album of theirs will always and forever be Bandwagon-esque. I absolutely am in love with that album. It's my favourite album of all, one of my favourite albums of all time. Well, this is 13. Yeah, not much more I can say for that. Sugar, Copper Blue, underrated album. Underrated album. If you're not familiar with Sugar. Yeah, Bandwagon-esque is just a phenomenal album. Like when I say I'm in love with Bandwagon-esque, the album, I can't even explain in words how much I love that album. Like I could put that album on any time of the day or night and I would listen to it like 3 times in a row. It's a great album. Sugar, Copper Blue, very good album. Randomly picked up the first soundtrack to Harry Potter, Philosopher's Stone. I just picked it up. I like soundtracks. Ben Lee, I was a fan of Ben Lee. I don't know, he cops a bit of shit as well, but I like Ben Lee. I follow him on Instagram as well. He talks a lot. Probably talks a bit too much, but I like Ben Lee. He's a very amazing, interesting person. Yeah, Bob Mold's band. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Bob Mold's band. Yeah, but Ben Lee, very cool. You and My, Hi-Fi Way, not much to say. My favourite album of UMI is the first 2 albums they released. The first one is impossible to find because it's an EP. I believe it's a blue album with Skullface Key on the front, and I've been trying to find it for a long time. 4 tracks on it. People want $70 to $100 for it. I nearly bought it for 50 one time, but I really, really want that EP back because it's got the only 2 albums I want really in life out of UMI are the first 2 EPs. And that's all I really care about. In terms of their other music, yeah, it's good, but the first 2 albums are amazing. Soundgarden, Down on the Upside, found that in an op shop for $1 Rooney. Good find. I'm trying to go fast. Sorry, guy. Cancer Bats. I've talked about this before. Hail Destroyer. More modern metal. Both really cool. Good album. Heavy. We've talked about this one before. Midnight Oil. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, what was it? I think it starts at 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Had to have it. What Is It? Which I think is a compilation of Red Hot Chili Peppers. He saw You and I in Belfast. He was doing Pete Townsend. Windmills leaving the crowd confused. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know. I don't know what to make of him half the time. I've seen him live a few times. In like tiny venues. Top Gun soundtrack. We've talked about this one before. You know, not much to say. Had to have it when I found it. Blink 182. Enema of the State, I think it is. Yep, Enema of the State. Had to have it. Oops, wrong way around. Should do it that way. These guys. These guys. I actually ran into the guys from UMI when I was in Sydney one time. Had a chat to them. Mark, you would know. Flogging Molly. Flogging Molly. This album was Drunken Lullabies. Drunken Lullabies. We haven't done mail yet. We've got to rush through mail. That was a good find for $1. No, sorry, $2. Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Fantastic Guy Ritchie film. Here's the soundtrack. I love Guy Ritchie's films. And I watched The Gentleman recently. He's a more modern one, and I loved it. I thought The Gentleman was an amazing movie. Here's a 2-disc alternative moments. You know, when alternative became mainstream, I guess. Had to have that. Lots of good stuff on it. Bon Jovi. These days. Yeah, Floggy Molly. Their best album, you reckon? Do you reckon that's Floggy Molly's best album? Bon Jovi these days. Bon Jovi fan when I was younger. Played a lot of music. Here's another Bon Jovi one. I had to have this one because I listened to this a lot when I was younger. Keep the Faith. Yeah, it's really religious, but I don't really care. I just like the music in it. Really cool music. The guy's a bit of a legend for his charity work and just how much he puts himself out there to help people. Here's another one, Mark. The Pogues. Which one is this one? It doesn't have the Peace and Love. Yeah, Peace and Love. Pogues. I found a few Pogues albums. I think it was $1, I think. Robert Palmer. Yeah, just because it's Robert Palmer. I found this one at, these two, I should say, at Camberwell Markets. Metallica. Justice for All. That was a good one. And also this one. Metallica. Kill 'Em All. That was a good one. And the last one I'm going to show you out of the first stack is another Something for Kate. Beautiful Sharks. Okay, so before I finish up on mail, I'm going to put you, I'm sorry, I am busting for a bio break. I'm going to put you on... I'll be back. Sorry to make you wait. Sorry to make you wait. You know when you go to pee and you do pee and then you're like, is this ever going to end? I started looking at my watch. I'm like, how long is this pee going to take? And then it felt like it was dying down and then it just kept going. So please don't blame me. My body made me do it. So I tried to be swift, but you know, you don't mess with nature. Anyway, so here we are. We've done our CDs. That's great. The last thing we're going to do for the evening, the very, very last thing, is we're going to do mail. We did the news segment. We talked about the coming of Spaceballs 2. We found some news out that made me laugh and laugh and laugh uncontrollably. So anybody that hasn't seen that point of the video, please be part of the replay crew and rewatch this, or at least listen to it like Allison is. And you'll see why I found some of that very, very funny. I'm a bit dry in the mouth now. Let me just have some of this. God damn. All right, who have we got left? I have not been checking because I've been so focused on entertaining all of you. 5 views and 4 live viewers. Thank you so much, guys. And 2 likes already. So thank you so much. Make sure to share and like. And you can even thumbs down if you need to. But, you know, don't do it if you don't have to. There's no need to do it if you don't want to. I mean, thumbs up is better. Maybe you can try both. Do both. Any interaction at all is good for my channel. So if you know somebody that likes this kind of content, just share it. Just go find someone, share it with them. Who knows? They might even like me as well. All right, last thing we're going to do is we're going to do mail. And we're going to get out something from down here. What's going on here? What's this all messed up? We're going to open up this one that seems to have fallen out of its package. I don't think so. I don't think there ever. That's a really good question you want, Blues. It's a really good question. You know what I'm gonna do for you right now? I know you tell me not to distract ourselves from the flow, but we're right near the end anyway. And I'm going to open up this little window here, blind you with my eyes. Ready? Oh. Let's do. I don't think there was. I think there were some people that made them, but I don't think there was. We'll say. I think if you watch Spaceballs, it'd be like, you know, Spaceballs the T-shirt, Spaceballs the toilet roll, Spaceballs that, you know, he did all of it. Merchandising. Toys. I don't think there ever was. I might be wrong, but I don't think there ever was. No, there's handmade stuff. Let's just go to hang on. Huge selection. No, see, there isn't. Okay, let me just show you something. Hang on. Let's go to desktop screen. It's so bright. I'm not a fan of how bright this is. It's hurting everyone's eyes. Look how white that is. Somebody at home in bed's going, "Oh my God, stop it!" Yeah, you can see there's all these handmade ones on Etsy. You can get the you know, the RV spaceship now. You can buy it on Eagle 5. That's what it was. You can get that on Temu even, made out of Lego. But no, I don't think so. I don't recall there ever being any except for spoof ones. People have made them. Look, custom. They're all custom. Made by me. What I love is this. Can I open that? I don't want to. Look, this. I love this. Comb the desert. The other one I liked was "We ain't found shit." I think, is there one that says "We ain't found shit"? Was it? Oh yeah, there it is. It's already in the image. Comb the desert and we ain't found shit. Those are so fun. I'm gonna get sidetracked with toys now. Yeah, we ain't found shit. I think that they made one for him with the ace one, and then they made another bigger one, I thought, for someone else. Oh yeah, this one. This one here. Comb the desert. Oh, that's another one. There's another. No, he didn't say that. It was only the single guy that said that. We ain't found shit. Oh, look. There's the guy. He's a space ball. I mean, they're all custom, basically. Radar technician, Philip asshole, Major asshole, Spaceballs. Oh shit! There goes the planet. Yeah, very funny. But to answer your question, no, I didn't believe there was, and there isn't, that I can tell. There isn't. All right, let's not distract ourselves. We are going to back to Roddy Cam. I keep calling it main cam, but it's Roddy Cam. We're going to open up. This one's fallen out. We're going to look at it anyway. And this one with these two. All right, you ready? You ready for mail? They're very cool. If I could afford everything I saw, I'd be buying a whole bunch of that stuff. But let's not hold back. Let's go to mail. Welcome to mail. Nothing's changed except I'm now doing mail. All right, this one already fell out by the look of it. I think I opened it to check it was in there and it fell out and got stuck to a bunch of stuff. It's all kind of hanging on the outside. So let's have a look which one this one is. I can't even tell because it's wrapped up in the receipt. Throw you on the floor. Oh yeah, cool. I was on a bit of a crocodile, you know, like a creature feature, Jaws type crocodile find. This one was $8.50. I got Blackwater Abyss Blu-ray. Boop. Blackwater Abyss. Look at the size of that crocodile. I guess it's not that big. Crocodiles are that big. $8.50. Never heard of it. Never seen it. Oh, I think I've heard of it, but never seen it. I need to change the screen because it's still very glary. Hang on, let me just reduce that. Alright, cool. Anyone watch crocodile movies? I had to get this one. It's $8.50. I was on a roll. I had to pick it up. This one hasn't been opened yet, so let's open this one up. Okay. Is there just two in there? Yeah, just two. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, cool. And these are a pair. I had to get these because I own them on DVD, and they were cheap. They were going cheap. They're on sale, and I got both of them at the same time. You ready? First one. Escape from New York. John Carpenter. Classic. 1997. Blah, 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 blah. Had to pick it up. It's Classics Remastered. I love the cover, actually. It looks really cool. I got one of him as a figurine. Can't remember what I paid for. I think they were like 8 to 10. Love Escape from New York. In fact, I really wish, even though I love this cover, I like the look of this. That's been very stylized. Excuse me. I really like just the original poster. I'm a fan of, and Mark's heard me say this before on this channel, of just original poster art being on DVDs and Blu-rays. Give me what was the original movie poster. What did they try to sell the movie with? That's what I want on the cover. The original poster of that giant head of the Lady of Liberty in the street with all of the warriors all hanging out next to it. This is a fantastic movie. Kurt Russell, one of my favorite actors of all time. Snake Plissken. All right, and to go with Escape from New York, I had to have, and it was on sale as well, Escape from LA. No, people just give this shit. This is not a bad movie. It's just not the first movie. You're not going to always have the first movie in the second movie. And if you did, it would just be the same movie. This is not the same movie. Your second favorite John Carpenter movie is what? Is Escape from New York or Escape from LA? I'm assuming is Escape from New York. Snake is back. Yeah, he cops a lot of shit for making this movie. In fact, he's told his audience, he said fuck you to his audience. I wish I had that. I've got a copy of that somewhere. I should have used that. For somebody saying, why is Escape from LA so bad? But I like this movie. It's just not number one. It's not good. Who cares? It's an era film. I appreciate people that don't like it, but I think it's fine. It's just different. It's just different. John Carpenter found a formula. He wanted to use it, and he just made this second one. I like it. I like the surfing down the side of the whatever it was, the canal, to get away, to attack or get away from what he was getting away from. Racing a car along the street. It's not good, but I love it. I don't love it as much as Escape from New York. Escape from New York, even Escape from New York cop shit, believe it or not. I've read reviews from people that say Escape from New York is a shit movie, and I don't agree at all. So I got Escape from New York and Escape from LA. I think I have my last 5 in a box. Not too sure. I'll have to check later on. But I think I have 5 more to go in my mail segment of these Blu-rays. I think there might even be some DVDs in there if I haven't already covered them. So yeah, last 2. Escape from New York and Escape from LA. Alright, so that was good. I'm going to add those to the stack over there. What would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got to have more than 5. I think I bought 20 in total. Anyway, so 3 more over there. I think maybe there's another bag hidden in there somewhere. Not too sure. Not too sure. We'll have to look into it. All right, guys. I'm at the end of my tether. It is nearly 4:30 in the morning. I need to sit my butt down, inhale some chips, guzzle down some energy drink, and put something on to watch. That's not just constantly the Clone Wars, because I've bought so many movies. I need to watch some movies. Maybe when I get a break from work one of these days, I'll sit down and watch some movies. But in the meantime, me and Star-Lord are going to bid you good night. If you have enjoyed my content tonight, please do make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. Small gesture by you. And a huge outcome for me is a content creator. One small subscription can lead to a lot of connection between the algorithm and me as a content creator. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. Like, comment, or even just share it. In the meantime, me and Star-Lord are going to bid you adieu. Wrong arm. Should have done it close to the camera. Bid you adieu. That's as far as his arm goes. His other one goes right over. But this one goes to there. Do the hokey pokey and you turn around. It's all about. So, Star-Lord's going to go to bed. Can't really move very much. I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. Thank you to Mark, to You Want Balloons, and to Alison Troy for being here. Please do make sure to follow each of them as required on YouTube or their Instagram accounts. Go out there and explore. There's lots of things going on in the world. There's a lot of good content creators out there. Go ahead and watch the Cobwebs channel if you haven't watched them before. If you like old style horror, if you like, Hollywood Monster Mash, if you like all that stuff and you like a bit of creepy stuff as well, go ahead and follow Daniel on the Cobwebs channel. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. He's become a bit popular now, which is a good thing. In the meantime, it's BZ here in the Neon Doom Room. We've had a good night, I think. We've talked for a while. I don't even know how long we've talked for. I can't tell. But we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great one. Catch you on the greasy side, Mark. See you later. You Want Balloons. Later, Alison Troy. And we're going to leave you with the fireplace. That's my fireplace on my CRT TV has been playing all night with the heater going. And it's been really cozy in here. So really, really enjoying. And I'm glad that all of you can hear me.
Can you all
Yes, you can.
hear me?
You can hear me.
Can you?
Yep. Okay, we're not going to repeat ourselves. I don't think I had any extra. I thought I had some extra stuff on here. No. We could always give you the meme that I showed you last week. I like that meme. Made me laugh. Done beer. We've done mail. We've done Let's Get Physical Media. Yeah, I think we've covered everything. I think we've checked everything off the list. So thank you very much, guys. Have a great one. We'll see you on the next one. My camera's gone. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? There we are. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great night. Get some sleep. Whatever you do, spend time with your loved ones. Have fun. Watch movies. Collect toys. Don't give a shit about life. Just do your own thing. Have fun. All right? And that's all I got to say. I'm going to leave it at that. And I can't find my outro. There we are. That's my outro. Love you guys. Don't forget to pack up your peanuts and tickle your tumble dryer. And have a good one. Happy Friday 13th, 14th, and 15th to you. Later. Easy out. Oh, and by the way, as part of my outro, if you like my content, there might be a video up here. There might even be a video over here. Maybe even one down here. If you want to watch them, just click them. Later, guys. Bye.